This is this actually might be one of my more exciting finds of this bunch. But I'm really curious to check this out in the nearby future. I haven't really made videos in quite a long time, but I came across something rather interesting. A mystery box of cassettes from a place called Station 1 in Pompton Lakes, New Jersey. They sell books, vinyl, a whole lot of things. And I thought it'd be really interesting to open up this box on camera. So that's what I'm going to do. This is box number 5. It contains 41 tapes, and the tapes featured in here are currently listed under the categories of action, adventure, classics. I'm really excited about that, and comedy. But yeah, without further ado, let's crack this open. Because this is going to take a bit, I'm going to pour myself a drink. Alright, so the first tape in here is a VHS of a Akira Kurosawa movie, which is really exciting. It's The Lower Depths. That's really nice. Then there is The Yin and the Yang of Mr. Go, starring Jeff Bridges and James Mason. This is immediately worth it. I've never heard of this movie. It's from 1971. Roger Crawford is also in it. This is exciting. Alright, let's go with Destination Moon. Wow. Academy Award winner for Best Special Effects. And this is from 1950. Directed by Irving Peischel. Written by Rip Van Ronkel. That's interesting. This is a really amazing set. This is a movie I've been wanting to see for quite a while. It's Tales of Terror, and it stars Vincent Price with Peter Lorre. Music by Les Baxter. This is a Roger Corman movie. And originally 2 for $25, and now is getting sold for $1. So, you know, how could that possibly be profitable for Frito-Lay? Honor Thy Honor Thy Father, based on the novel by best-selling author Gay Tellez. The true story of life and death inside a warring mafia family, not rated. I have no idea what this is, but I am deeply curious. And then we have Dirty Dancing with the Patrick Swayze and the Jennifer Grey. I've never seen this. Yeah. Looking forward to watching this. Some movies play exceptionally well on VHS, and I would not be entirely surprised if that would fit into that category, but I'm gonna pause and just take a sip. Speed, starring Keanu Reeves, Dennis Hopper, Sandra Bullock. I'm really curious to see this movie on VHS. It is, I don't have any comments, and the more I talk about it, the less enthused I sound about it. But it's a movie that I really like Keanu Reeves, but that's not necessarily one that I would immediately think is interesting, although some people I do think that is more the case. This is Snake and Crane's Secret. Kind of curious to see what this is about. And then next up we have Alfred Hitchcock, Laurence Olivier, Joan Fontaine, Rebecca. There's some really visually striking stuff that Dali put together for that movie. And next up we have American Justice, starring Wilford Brimley. And I'm pretty sure this is Wilford Brimley on the cover, being very menacing. This is not at all a movie I know of. And I have no idea. It seems like it'll be a rather interesting time, perhaps reminiscent of a Walter Hill movie, Extreme Prejudice. But I could be mistaken. Next up, we have Marked for Death, the Steven Seagal movie. This is, I believe, a Don Siegel movie, the original invasion of the Body Snatchers. And Don Siegel, he directed the original Dirty Harry. He's directed a bunch of really good movies. Yeah, this is actually a really exciting collection of tapes. And let's go on with Batman and Robin. That's actually really nice to have. The Aliens Are Coming, Tom Mason. Don't really know anything about this, but I do really like this cover of just some guy relaxing on either like a gold bar or some kind of monolith or something. Then I had this when I was a kid. Our Lips Are Sealed, the Mary-Kate and Ashley movie. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, the Olsen twins movie. Next up, we have Crusader Rabbit versus the State of Texas, from the creator of Rocky and Bullwinkle. Our Complete Crusade, this being Crusade 1. I don't have any idea what this is. It's from 1949, but it looks to be animated, and I am really excited to check that out. Next up, we have a movie called His Name Was King, and it's a Klaus Kinski movie. I am morbidly curious to see this Western where Klaus Kinski plays a marshal. Apologies for jostling you there. And this next one still has a security tag on it. It's called Cherish. If you're Kim and you're still trying to track down this lost VHS of yours, I think I might have found it. This has Tim Blake Nelson in it. Yeah, I know nothing about this movie, but as with all of this, I am ecstatic to check it out. This is called The Church, Goldfish Jokes, Magic, and Souvenirs. It's an Australian band, I believe. I don't really. I am fascinated to find out what that is. And next up, we've got GoldenEye, the James Bond movie. End of Days, Schwarzenegger movie. That's interesting. This is the original director's cut of The Wild Bunch. 2 movies and Arthur Hill. This next one, I know nothing about these 2 movies, but this is I think it's just called Mitchell. Then we have the Arthur Hill movie that I just mentioned, this being The Amateur with Christopher Plummer. Ooh. Really interesting older tape kind of box. A lot of movies about the CIA in this bunch. This is now a 2-pack of Things to Come with The Indestructible Man. Really interesting early science fiction collection. Then we have a Wang Chung movie, Kung Fu Rebels. We've got Seamus, starring Burt Reynolds, shirtless. Then we got Public Access. Next up, we've got Babylon 5, The Collection. I don't fully know how much this encompasses, but Babylon 5 is, I believe, a really well... Yep, that is the show I was thinking of. John Michael Straczynski worked on Babylon 5, of course. And he is one of my favorite comic writers. Yeah, so let's just keep this train. Speaking of which, here is The Empire Strikes Back, the Star Wars movie, track 29. Not a movie that I'm super familiar with, although it does have Christopher Lloyd in it. So that is also Gary Oldman, along with Teresa Russell. So there you go. And we're down to the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Final 10 coming up. We've really knocked these out, so I'm gonna have another sip. All right, let's start things off with another Alfred Hitchcock movie, Strangers on a Train. It is from either 50 or 1951, and it's not necessarily one of my more favorite Hitchcock movies, but it's a pretty interesting one, and I'm definitely happy to have it on VHS. This is Cadillac Girls. Not a movie I'm familiar with, directed by Nicholas Kendall. There you go. Following that, we've got a movie with Sophia Loren. And that, I'm laughing because it says it's conflict with Sophia Loren, and then it lists Sophia Loren again on the bottom. But this is... And then next up, we have something I'm really excited about. This is a movie that I have a Criterion edition of, and that would be The Third Man, Orson Welles as Harry Lime on the cover. Yeah. This is a really exceptional... I don't always talk about these movies, but this is a really exceptional Carol Reed noir. And it's definitely one that I hope to check out in the not-too-distant future. Probably won't be the tape initially, but I do really like how this tape looks. I love the cover. Although you never know. I might feel like watching the tape. Next up, we have Robin Hood and the Sorcerer. Don't know anything about this, although it does look to be very exciting. Another adventure movie of the bunch. Then we have a Jackie Chan movie, Fist of Anger, aka Eagle Shadow Fist. This is, as with a lot of the movies here, bound to be a fun time. This is an odd edition, in my opinion. This is the Sports Illustrated, the making of the 1994 swimsuit issue video. Credits, the 30th anniversary swimsuit video. Congrats on 30. Next up, we've got a movie. Dillinger. Got two more left to go. And I'm doing it selectively so we don't end the video on a Brett Ratner movie. But this is Red Dragon. It is the, I believe, a prequel? Yeah. It's a prequel of the Hannibal Lecter movies with Anthony Hopkins. Really, the only reason that I would ever watch this is for Philip Seymour Hoffman, most likely. But there you go. And to end on, we've got a movie I think is pretty neat. Grand Hotel, the Edmund Goulding movie from MGM. I'm sorry. And you really can't get any more classic than this early era of MGM. And yeah, this has been a really great sort of electric collection of things that I really would not have picked up in a lot of cases, but it's all stuff that I'm, for the most part, really happy to now have in the collection. So